Ah, 3 minutes, you say?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. I am Zio with my co-host.
D-pad Chad, and I'm just looking over here at my live stream, going, that's live. Look over at StreamYard. Oh, that's live. 1 minute and 50 seconds. 2 minutes, 2:10. Then I'm like, is Zio in the voice chat? No, Zio's already going. He's probably setting things up. I'm like, no. And it's like, okay, fixing to go. And I'm like, I hope so. You've been live for 3 minutes.
Hey Jay, thanks for stopping by. By the way, forgot I can see that. Oh, I actually shit. Is this live on YouTube too? It is. Oh, I hit all the buttons. Anyway, doesn't matter. Apparently, I hit all the buttons and hit go live before I meant to go live. But anyway, this is gaming with a side of salts, and today's topics are varied across the spectrum, including oh shoot, I need that one. The one I linked you earlier.
Yep. The
Dead by
DMs.
Daylight thing.
Yep, I got you.
I need that real quick before we do this. Where is it?
Got the perfect title for it too. Hang on.
Oh, did Lala tell you that we hired Killer?
Huh?
Talking to Jay real quick. He's in the chat.
I'm going to make this. I'm going to put this in the salt mine with the rest.
All right. Oh, I gotta back up. I can't see it.
I think you'll like the topic.
Love it. Tell me I'm pretty. But yeah, today we will be talking a lot of Gamergate 2.0. However, we will be getting into other things first, and that will be towards the end. That's how we're doing it.
Yeah, because that's going to take up a large amount of time. There's so much that just popped off on that, and I hate it. But
it's all right. I won't tell anybody. I keep it to myself. Nobody knows what I'm talking about here. Anyway, but yeah, I should actually probably present that thing. The entire screen over there.
Kitty.
But there we go. No Smol tonight.
You're being invaded.
Am I being invaded?
By a kitty.
No, I am. There's a couple of kitties floating about. I wonder if Smol wants to pop in here. Oh, is Smol around?
I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen him for a couple days.
Oh, which kitty is up here? Oh, that's my Callie.
You know, while we get settled in, I'm going to get a drink of water real quick.
All right. Yeah, sorry. Things. I was all ready to go, and then I had an issue, and then I just couldn't get to it in time. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, you're gonna have to fill me in on this one because you linked it, and I am so confused. My friends collide Overwatch 2 epic moments. That is so a Tracer and Widowmaker butt. Look at that kitty cat. But yeah, very professional thing we got going on here. We got quite a bit to go through. We'll probably spend a bulk of our time on the last bit. But yeah.
Yeah,
as soon as we can get going.
All
right. So you're gonna have to fill me in on this one because you wrote Rumble bot something.
Okay, so Rumble's bot problem.
Okay.
So it's something I noticed, and there are a lot of people have noticed, and it's that Rumble has kind of a bot problem. Now, I'm not saying it's like a massive bot problem, and I'm not saying that it's Rumble doing it, because I don't think it's Rumble doing it. I think it's more likely bad actors and kind of a fallout from there. The reason I say that is because, and by the way, I could be completely wrong on this, but I'll get people that are following my account. I'm sure Zio, you've had them where there's no icons, no hang on, you know, I'll even go to I go to um
Well,
uh, right here. I had somebody follow a day ago. Literally is 4 zeros and 4 5s. That's their username. No,
yeah.
no. Now here's the thing. They could be a person. They have two videos, one about Pakistan and one a 30-second about I don't know what that is. I can't. But um, to me, when I see no effort put into a profile, like at all, like no icon, no banner, no no uploads, or only one or two uploads, and it's like a fresh account and it's like following a bunch of people, that screams bot to me. Now I could be wrong, and I am apologizing if I'm wrong.
Well, there was a bot problem at one point, but I think they kind of squished it out for a while. Because there was that one time when we were streaming and I got like over 1,000 people out of nowhere just saying hi, and they were all a name followed by strings of numbers,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then it was confirmed that those were just a bot raid.
yeah. No, I
You know,
what I'm saying
but
is,
I mean, as for what you're talking about, that seems kind of power for the course. I think a lot of times, especially if it's somebody from another country, because you know, people make accounts, but they don't do anything with the profiles. Like, I mean, for instance, I made
well,
an account for my kid over on YouTube so we can watch some YouTube,
I
right?
was also going to get to that where it could
But
be.
you know, if you looked at this thing, it was created last year or the year
Yeah,
before, something like that. It's got no videos, of course, on it.
of course, but
It's not got a picture to it. It's got no description, no nothing.
what
But
does have a
yeah,
name?
well, yeah, it's got a name. It's also
Uh,
got a number in it. But you know,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not like a serial number length of number.
no. But at the
That's
same
what I'm
time,
getting
if
at.
you're
Like
making,
if I see a an account with nothing on it, but it still has a name, I'm like that's probably just a regular account, like you're saying.
yeah,
But anyway,
but at the same time, if you're making an account just to comment or follow or keep track of somebody real quick on a platform that you may not normally always use or something,
also I was going to get
hitting
to
a
some.
bunch of numbers and letters just to make the account is a thing that can be done too. And I think that in my experience, that has been more prevalent with people outside the U.S.
Hmm.
And I don't know why, but yeah.
Also, something that actually popped in my head, and I hate to say it, it just came to me like right as I was talking about this. Um, I don't use a smart TV. I don't know how the setup
Oh,
for, yeah.
yeah, you're okay. So I know Epic definitely does this because it was a pain in the ass fixing it, right?
Uh-huh.
If you log into Fortnite or any of Epic's main things, right, and you don't set yourself up a profile or connect it to an actual Epic account,
Yeah.
it auto generates one. You could play for years on an auto generated account.
Oh, so maybe,
And it only becomes a problem when you decide to,
okay.
swap consoles or something. And then you
So,
realize, oh, I've got to do this. And then you've got to figure out how to set up an account. Then you set up an account. Then
this
you
is
got to
kind of why I
migrate and
wanted to
merge
bring
the
this up
accounts.
to see if does Rumble have a bot problem. Now, what
It could be somebody on a device like a smart TV or something, because I think Rumble is now there.
Now what Amash is talking about here is best game plays. and basically them botting views, and there have been some people that have been very bad actors in that.
Yeah.
I looked them up, and it does seem like they're doing some shady stuff. But also, I do want to say, welcome to the internet. Uh, like it's gonna happen. Nothing against Amish, Zaku, Amashaku. Jeez, why did I
Amish
not?
Zaku.
Let's go
It's
on
an
Zaku.
Amish Zaku.
Nothing against Zaku at all
It's the
because
Amish model.
he seems yeah he seems to be uh just
Zaku
trying to look
Amish
out
model.
for people and buyer beware kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
But it's gonna happen. It sucks, but you're gonna get assholes that view bot and they'll get caught by Rumble, YouTube, wherever they're at, because that reflects bad on them, and that actually hurts their bottom line
Yeah.
when view botting happens because advertisers will not get money, and in the long term, that really hurts platforms. That's actually how some platforms have died.
Oh yeah. Um, like I'm not even sure how Fruit Labs keeps going on because I'm pretty sure however they got their thing set up, it's very disingenuous.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
No,
I don't even know where to start with that one because I like Fruit Labs,
I like their
but
setup as far as their
the
user interface and stuff.
yeah, I mean it was nice and the pips were okay and all that stuff. And I didn't care about it. It was just the views. It was
Yeah,
99.9% fluff.
yeah,
They weren't real. I don't know how they had it set up, but like I guess it's like that you could be going through the thing and then it auto plays for a second. And I feel like they're doing the Facebook thing where
yep,
Facebook was fluffing its numbers and got in trouble with it. Problem is Fruit Labs isn't big enough to ping the radar for that.
yeah.
And they'll
I think
probably just continue doing it.
I don't think
You
they're
know, I
based
don't
out
think
of the U.S. or any European country
oh, they're
either.
they're British, I think.
British, okay,
If I remember correctly, they're in the EU somewhere. Because I did do a deep dive into
that's right.
Rumble at
That's
one point, or
right.
not Rumble, but Fruit Labs at one point because of that problem we were seeing where we would have thousands of views and the chats were purely just and then of course you got the chats purely farming for pips
Yep.
and
Saying GG, GG,
it's like
GG.
they were there for 2 seconds just to say hit the GG button and then bop out so they could get pips for doing that.
Yep. There was
And
no
I'm not gonna
real.
lie, I did enjoy getting a lot of free gift cards for Steam out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, farming for that was pretty good. I'm
Well,
not gonna lie,
what's his name stayed there. He might still be there for all I know,
Nathan.
solely because he told me straight up he was only on there because it funded uh him buying games to stream.
Yeah, and why not? They're gonna throw away the money to take it.
Yeah.
Um, and on top of that, it could be just the whole here name with a number or whatnot. Like somebody recently followed me, EZ56.
Yeah.
I have no idea if they're a bot or anything. They followed me about a month ago.
Well, that sounds
Um,
legit.
you
Easy
know,
56. That sounds legit.
I'm pretty sure I've seen him chat a few times here and there. He's probably a real person, but at the same time, other people who are bad actors can create an account to then, you know, essentially attempt to harass somebody through it
And
and start
I do
writing
want to
things and
clarify, I'm
stuff in
not
their chat, and you have to block them and stuff. But
yeah, and I do want to clarify, I'm not calling anybody, especially none of my followers bots or anything. It's just this is a topic of discussion that we don't know. There's no real way to know, and it's just honestly an interesting kind of a thought experiment. Like, how can you tell? How can you tell if that person on the other end is legit or not? You can't anymore because of the way technology is gone. It kind of sucks.
yeah, pretty
But
much.
I do like that thumbnail.
Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. I'm sure somebody was raging over it. Let's move on to Stella Blade. The demo was removed from people's PS5. So this is a PSA about the digital-only future that we are heading towards. As somebody who primarily games on Steam, yes, I am well aware of this, but I still love my physical media. So they put, or somebody accidentally, apparently, put the Stella Blade demo up for PS5 to download, I guess early.
Okay.
So Sony went through and removed them all from every PlayStation when they realized what happened.
Just leave it. Who cares?
But the point is, they can do this with your digital media. They have the power. You
Yeah.
could have Skyrim on your system for 5 years, and then Bethesda goes under or something, or Microsoft, whoever, and decides nobody's allowed to have Skyrim anymore unless you had a physical copy. And then just like that, you go into your Steam library, it's not there. PSN, it's not there. Xbox, it's not there. It's just gone.
Incidentally, Steam doesn't do that. Like, you have it on your hard drive. Now, they might have the ability to.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ability to.
Okay, yeah.
They're not prone to doing something like that, but the idea of digital media, this is a issue. This is why people talk about wanting physical copies and stuff like that all the time, and why I prefer physical, but I understand that we are in the age of digital. So, on one hand, I live in the society and actively act in it, knowing that that's where we're at. But at the same time, I still advocate for physical media and stuff.
Okay. I don't think that's the problem. I mean, I love physical media. I think that's the way to go. Absolutely. But I think the problem is nobody should have a right to mess with your property without your consent. And what I mean by that is these companies saying that they're going to sell you this product. Once that product is sold, they should not have a right to take that property back. That is theft. No matter.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that you signed a EULA saying that's okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, how can you sell a product when I can't sell you a lawnmower and then have you sign a buyer's agreement or something that says, oh, by the way, if you don't fill it up with this kind of gas, I can repossess the lawnmower. That would get laughed out of court.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem, though, right? Who's going to sue Sony when they decide a game is no longer or EA?
Somebody
or
needs
Ubisoft.
to, is what I'm saying. Somebody, some rich fucking gamer.
Elon Musk requires us to have money for that kind of thing. And last time I checked, a lot of us didn't have that kind of cash floating about. You know what I mean?
Well, we might have Elon Musk on our side, so
maybe. But it's just one of those PSAs. If you get it digitally, it could be gone tomorrow. It sucks. Yeah. I hate it. That's why I prefer digital. That's why I was really happy of what was that company that went woke, majorly woke, who created physical copies out of digital stuff. I can't remember what they were called.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If something came out on like the digital storefront of these things, they would make digital copies of them that you could have. Shoot, I can't remember what they're called.
You're saying it's all backwards, I think. You're confusing the hell out of me.
There's a legitimate company out there that does that.
That makes digital copies of physical media, because that's what you just said.
No, physical copies out of the digital media. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like anything
And
that
then,
came out on like Xbox or Steam or something that was
and then
physical
you said that they
only.
went woke.
Yeah, they've pretty much. I think they started woke, but they really started waving their woke flag at one point, so they got into a lot of trouble over it because people were like, "Are you freaking serious?"
Uh,
Anyway, there needs to be more of that.
More of that, but without the politics.
Now, Hogwarts Legacy and the 3DS are trending for some reason. I was curious, so I wanted to click on it. Um, I don't know why though. This media cannot be played. You don't get it. Nice. Did it to harass and threaten people who played or tried to play
I
Hogwarts.
know why it's
It
trending.
was morally
But
just
save it for
because.
later. Save it for the Gamergate stuff. It's trending because of that.
Oh gosh, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
We've gone all the way. Wait.
So
I'm sorry, you don't get
we'll
it. When
touch.
my
We'll touch.
side did it to harass and threaten people who played or tried.
They want a list.
Oh, the media cannot be played. It must be okay.
Yeah.
We'll circle back to that. I think I know exactly where it's playing into
Mm-hmm.
because that's the last thing. But what's up with the 3DS?
I don't know.
Had just running through the S. It was honestly pretty fun seeing a bunch of people walk around. Um, 3DS is now considered a retro console by Nintendo. A Pokemon ad show.
I mean, it's pretty old. Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it technically is, but there's also like 15 versions of the 3DS.
Yeah.
Um,
Like which version is? That's a good point.
I don't know what's going on there. We'll maybe circle back to it some other day.
Yeah.
But anyway, bounding into comics, Final Fantasy Tactics Director responds to Western localization discord surrounding Unicorn Overload. It is unacceptable for someone to alter a work without consent of the original author's intent. Now, this bounce backs to the translators
Yep.
and how they were sounding off about how they would purposely change things to make things more palatable to the West because, they want to make it their own and push their own agendas in it instead of, giving us a faithful translation and shit.
Yeah. And I will just say this: Japan is, for as much as Japan can actually get or show, is pissed because from what I've been
Yeah.
hearing is they are full on board with using AI and just giving these localizers the boot. Like I've been hearing a lot of people go, "We're just going to go AI." And once these contracts run out, now I don't know how true it is, but uh,
But yeah,
I've
like
heard a lot of rumblings that their contracts might not get renewed.
yeah, it does seem like Japan has been giving ESG or whatever it is the boot. Like they kicked a ton of that funding out recently.
4 billion.
Yeah, which means that they're finally taking note of what is going on, and I guess just finally realized the shitstorm that was happening. It's like they're doing what with our stuff? That no. So Japan is like the last stand when it comes to having something with its original intent intact at this point because Western developers are cut beyond belief.
Get to that later.
Yeah. God, everything is leading back to Gamergate 2.0 today.
It really is, isn't it? By the way,
Anyway,
once that kicked off, my entire timeline shifted from everything that Helldiver and other stuff. It was like Helldiver, Nintendo, other stuff, Gamergate. And I was just looking at my timeline like, holy shit.
Now, this is going to be just a quick footnote because I like the Mario movie. They've got a second one in the works, and it will be apparently releasing April 3rd, 2026 in the US and many other markets. So I'm happy that that is happening. Um, I didn't know how long it would take them to make a second one, but I
Nice.
did quite enjoy the Mario movie they recently did. So
Yeah.
to see Nintendo seeing that success and going, we need more of that, warms my cold dead heart.
They did a really good job. They did an amazing job.
Oh
If they
yeah,
keep that up, um, that'll go great. They just got to keep a tight ring on all the
yes.
North American.
As long as they keep a tight rein on it and don't introduce thing or get consulting agencies, um, yeah, no. As long as they don't do that and keep a good tight rein on it, I think they're going to do some fantastic stuff. Especially if they do like Zelda or something too, which I heard that they might have been doing or thinking about doing. So I think
Yeah, they
we'll
mused
have
on
some
that
bangers
a
coming
bit
out in the next
ago.
few years. Do what?
They mused on that a little bit after the success of the first Mario movie doing so good. They're like, maybe we'll do Zelda, and I was like, that would be awesome.
Yes, yes, it would be. I mean, I think it's been teased by like people throughout the years now about like live action Zelda or something shit like that. I'm like, no, don't give us an animated one, please. It would be so much better because
Yep.
I don't know why people seem to think they have to IRL a lot of uh, a lot of things like anime and stuff, and it's like, no, don't. There are
Yeah.
things that you do in anime that you just can't do easy in real life. I'm sorry.
You know
There's
what
no point to it.
you know what I want to see IRL done?
Hmm.
And God, there hasn't been any. And I'm when I was younger, I was not a fan of this genre. Now I really want to see more of it. Westerns.
Westerns. Yeah, not. I'm not gonna lie. I generally hate westerns, but every time I go over to my parents, my dad is always watching Gunsmoke or something now, and I'll sit there and I'll watch it,
And it's not bad, is it?
and it's not bad at all. And I'm like, I hated these westerns when I was a kid, and even when they're in
Same.
black and white, I'm just like, this isn't half bad.
Yeah, same. I was like, I was bored as a kid watching them, but now I watch them as an adult, and I'm like, pretty good.
Maybe it's because we're older. It's an
You know, it
age
probably
thing.
is. It might be. They're not bright and colorful, so as kids, we weren't.
I don't know, I guess. But let's segue to Star Wars, shall we? Because Battlefront Classic Collection launched, and I saw that it came out and was like, oh, I want that, I want that. Then I ran across these a few days later and was like, oh shit, what the fuck did they do?
Let's put it this way. Somebody said, why the fuck is a 20-year-old game 6 gigabytes?
But besides that, but I find your lack of servers disturbing. I have a feeling they've been having connection issues
Oh, yeah.
because apparently they didn't realize that Battlefront 2 came out and it sucked ass because of the way they decided to monetize it. And that was it. That was the main reason it was so bad. And people don't play the new Battlefront as much as they would like, but people absolutely love the old one.
Yeah.
You give us access to it
You're going to
and
have
give us
server problem.
connection.
You're going to have server
Oh,
overload.
but yeah, apparently they released a statement saying experienced critical errors with its network infrastructure
That's
as an
fancy talk
explanation
for
of why,
holy
for
shit, we
example,
got too many people.
yeah, the PC version launched with just 364 player server. What?
Okay, this is what I
You
mean when
launched
I
with
say like
three
game companies are out of fucking
servers able to
touch.
hold 64 players. What? I mean, I know the fan base isn't huge. I mean, this is just talking about 9,232. So we're close to the double digits in the thousands. But I don't think I would have launched it with just 3 servers for under 300 people. I would expect a few thousand capacity
At
at minimum,
least, especially for a
because
Star Wars game.
people have been figuring out ways to play this game, the old fashioned way for years. So having an official re-release of it with an official server you can go through, you know they would chomping at the bit for that. But since launch, we've been working to address these issues and increase network stability, and we will continue our efforts until the network infrastructure is stabilized to prevent further outages. Oh, but yeah, 10,000 people playing on launch night. Only had 3 servers with 64 slots in it. Yeah. And the fact that they sold that for $34,
Yeah.
I am surprised. No, I'm not, because it was a good game. I can see people wanting to buy that for.
Yeah, but I
You
can
can
see
slap a
these fuck ups
$50
coming
tag.
from EA.
You can slap a $50 price tag on it, and the fans, they will pay for this game regardless. It is one of those you'll own it everywhere kind of deal. Like I own Chrono Trigger across everything it's ever come out for, including emulation. So,
Yeah,
it's one of those kind of games. Oh,
with
Cat, you're taking off with my mic.
Cat's like my show now.
Yeah, he curled his tail up on it and just took it with him.
Yeah, but with this, it doesn't shock me. EA fumbled the ball. They're like, how can we fuck this up?
That should be like the EA model. EA games. How can we fuck this shit up? Then again, Blizzard actually needs that motto too. So
AAA games in general.
Activision, any AAA games, especially if they have the audacity to call themselves quadruple A.
Oh God, yeah, wow, the balls that it takes to do that and mess up that
The
bad.
very first quadruple A game. Black Flag is better than this shit. Like the only thing it
Sid
has
Meier's
is it's got
Pirates.
like triple A or quadruple A graphics and at a quadruple A price tag, but it is a double A game, maybe a single A game.
Look, I'm just saying, Sid Meier's Pirates.
Oh, but we have another round of layoffs, which is unsurprising too. Apparently, another sad day. 8,000 layoffs this year. Just 2.5 months. Wait, have we actually hit 8,000 layoffs in just this year alone? That doesn't include last year?
Oh yeah. No, it's
Shit,
going to
I
get.
hadn't been
By the
paying
way,
attention to layoffs.
this is going to get so much worse because the AAA industry has been fucking bottoming out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've been hiring woke consultants who have been wokeifying their games. And yes, I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty before anybody gets all upset that I'm generalizing. But yes, I'm going to use the term woke for absolutely everything right now. You're just going to have to get the fuck over it. But, you know, you've got woke consultants with woke developers pushing for woke shit in their woke games, and it was a matter of time.
Yeah.
And you can sit there. We could trace it back for years. When
No,
you've got Battlefront coming out, Battlefield coming out, and they wokeified their shit in a game that is usually known for taking things from history and turning it into a game that was more known for not like realism in the sense of it is 100% accurate or anything, but historically accurate for a point. And then you go ahead and you just chuck it out for alternative history, and your entire fan base expects the what you normally would do. And then you come out and say, if you don't like it, you don't buy it. What happened? It was the worst Battlefield game ever. It did not sell. It did not hit that expectation mark that they
Don't
were
challenge a
expecting.
gamer, they'll win.
And it's just been one after another throughout the past several years of doing that.
Now, here's the thing. It's not just the consultants and the developers. There's a thing I don't think I posted because it wasn't really game related, but it kind of relates to the development companies. Google has been outed as having a draconian HR department that rules by fear, like
Well,
every
yeah.
HR department, but apparently it's worse there, I guess. Uh, I guarantee you every single one of these companies has the exact same problem as their HR department rules by fear. If you step out of line, well, maybe we'll me to you or something. Who knows? Um,
Well, I mean, we saw that happen with that one Google guy who dropped that letter,
mhm.
and then he was immediately kicked out. And nothing in it was wrong,
Yeah.
but they were just like, "Yep, nope, that's not nope." That's why I'm generalizing everything as woke, by the way, because yeah, that was another woke moment from
Yeah,
Google.
but what I'm saying is I guarantee you the same exact thing is going to happen to any non-woke developer that's in these woke companies. However, you know what these non-woke developers could do? And they're not? Walk away.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. That's not fair for me to say. And you're right because the indie companies that are being brought up now are being made by those developers that are walking away from these AAA companies,
Yes.
which is why we're getting amazing games out of the uh, indie scene because we're getting amazing talent that these people abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, they're causing their own form of brain drain at this point.
Yeah, and
And
honestly, I'm just
and
watching it like, damn, look at that fire over there. Well, let's enjoy this barbecue because
might
we're
as well grab some marshmallows and roast them.
yeah, because we're
Yeah,
doing fine over in the indie sphere.
they're causing their own brain drain. They're replacing it with people based off their skin color and or their sexual orientation or
Whatever
their
boxes they
sex
tick.
life or something like that because they're checking boxes because they're forcing diversity instead of letting meritocracy win out, which is why we're seeing, like I say Skull and Bones is like quadruple A graphics, right? Because I saw that game and it looked nice, really nice.
And
The
Amara said, give
graphics
it a
were
minute.
amazing. Okay, that's what triple A game graphics used to look like then. But because triple A games graphics have gone so far downhill since then, they're no longer triple A.
You remember when you brought it to my attention, I was like, wait, give this a minute. And then it came out that it was a complete dog shit game.
Yeah,
I was like, there we go.
yeah, because I happened to I walked into work. The guard was watching somebody play it. I was watching. I was like, oh, that looks actually a lot of fun. Reminds me of Black Flag. And then dude was trying to get it on the coast or whatnot, and he's like, I gotta wait and all this other stuff. Like, is he gonna be able to get off that? And it turns out he can't. And it was very limited. And there was no actual sword play or anything. And I was like, this game looks good. I'm going to check it out. So I started checking it out and then realized that was the norm for that game. It wasn't just like a thing or a glitch or something that he might have been dealing with. I was like, oh. So they took, okay. And there's not a whole lot of games that would advocate for that sort of thing because Star Trek Online, if they would remove the ground play from it, it would be so much better. Because
Yeah.
that game's ground play is ass.
Yeah, it really is.
That is like one of the few games in ships that I'm like, let's just battle in ships.
Well, you know what they should have done ground plays? It should have been a dialogue heavy scenario that could
I
end in
think
battle.
a long time ago, I've got a disc somewhere for a Voyager game that is a first person shooter.
Yeah.
They should have done it like that. But anyway,
Yep.
off topic. But yeah, this is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
First off, AAA companies overhire, so they're going to have to let that go. But because they keep throwing out stinkers like Kill the Justice League, Suicide Squad, they are losing millions of dollars because somebody on that team decided we need consultants. And
Yeah.
if you don't get us the consultants we need, well, the people online are not going to be very happy. You
And the
don't want
funny
them to sound off on Twitter. And then they sound off on Twitter X in the opposite direction because your game is just dog shit.
and the funny thing is, they could save the money by cutting the consultants.
Yeah, they could make a better game if they also got rid of some of their developers. Because I don't know if we brought that one up, but it dawned on me earlier this week when I was thinking about it. You had that one developer for whatever game talking about how they absolutely loved Sweet Baby and they needed Sweet Baby's help and blah 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 this that and the other, and they didn't do anything wrong and they don't have any real control. And I was thinking about it and was like, you know what? She is absolutely right. We shouldn't just cut out Sweet or advocate for cutting out Sweet Baby's consultancy because their consultancy is crap. They should also fire that developer along with any others who agreed with Sweet Baby.
Yeah, because
Because in order for Sweet Baby to make changes into the game and to actually do anything on that, according to her, the developers all on the project have to agree with it too, or vote on
oh,
it majority rule or whatever it is.
I didn't know
Everyone
that
who is in
actually.
agreement with, well, yeah, that was the whole point to her 20 thread thing that was going on was they come in, they consult on narrative, they find plot holes and shit, and then they help us fix the plot holes and stuff like that, right? That was their whole thing. All right, responding to Small real quick. He said
Yeah.
not tonight.
By the way, Cam, good to see you in chat.
Oh yeah. Hey Cam. I'm sorry. I saw your thing and then liked. I'm sorry.
We kind of got to a groove with us going off on this.
But you know,
Yeah, no, 100%. They're if AAA is going to course correct, they're going to have to clean house in a
they're not going to
drastic
course
manner.
correct.
Huh?
I don't think they're going to go head first into it.
Yeah.
I think.
I
I mean, they already are going head first into it. To be totally honest. But she was talking about how they just come in, they find plot holes and help us fix the plot holes and help with some narrative and stuff like that. Never mind the fact that certain people from Sweet Baby Inc. was listed as the main fucking writer.
Also,
But
they
if you want to
created
fall on that sword, all that tells me is not only do you need to kick the consultant company out and never hire them again, but you need to axe every single one of those fucking developers.
Yeah.
Who agreed with it and wanted them in there. Because not only did maybe they did play a very small part. Let's for argument's sake say they hardly did anything to the game. That means your development team sucks ass.
Yeah.
They need to go. Instead of hiring consultants to find plot holes and to make sure this character somehow represents as realistic as possible a black person or an Indonesian person or whoever the fuck that is that they're there to consult on, or to make sure it's diverse enough.
Okay. Hang on.
You hire a lore expert next time. So you don't have stupid shit like King Shark putting on a lantern ring that he has no business touching to fucking begin with.
Also, on the note of like, say they were doing a video game of the history of Hawaii, like, or no, Pirates of the Caribbean, like not the Disney thing, but like actual like historical pirates within the Caribbean, the golden era of piracy, and they wanted it to be like historically accurate. Okay, you know what they could do instead of spending all that money on consulting firms like Sweet Baby Inc. Spend one afternoon on their fucking phone. We have a supercomputer in our pockets. Go to Google, go to Wikipedia, go to freaking there's so many resources you can get information about all sorts of topics.
Well, see, here, this is how it would go down. They would go and find themselves, oh, we need somebody who is versed in the history of Caribbean pirates. And then they would go find somebody from the Caribbeans who's native, and that would be it. Instead of actually, somebody who is a historical buff in the thing who actually knows shit, they'll go find somebody else who was a professor for something, but they happen to come from that particular region in the world, and they'll claim they're an expert when they're not. But anyway, we have to come back to this when we go to Sweet Baby.
Yeah.
Tifa is apparently trending at the moment, so I just figured we'd take a quick break. And yeah, I want Tifa to build Legos with Chinlong. Chun-Li. Chun-Li. Chinlong. Wow, Chun-Li. We're just going to take a small little break and dial it back for a second. Look at this lovely picture of this. This is your brain cleanser for a moment. I think that's what we need. We need like intermissions of just something to cleanse the everything. Oh.
Everybody in their head right now. Oh, it doesn't work on my end because I don't have OBS up. Shit. Well, they heard it on your end.
Bounce stone. No, I didn't hear it either.
Oh, really?
Actually, I mean, I know what sound you were playing. I heard it internally, but you didn't play it.
Oh well, fuck. The hub. There you. Now you guys have it in your head.
All right. So it's been a sad day. Another sad day. Um, so Pelican One and Eagle One are apparently happily married.
So apparently this is such a hilarious thing to me. So people are like, that female voice from Pelican One sounds kind of hot, and the Hell Dive driver's like, nope, 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 no. They're married. Pelican One and Eagle One are married. Stop it. They bonked everybody.
Sorry, sorry, Hell Divers, but Pelican One is happily taken. Yeah, 20 divers.
Apparently, my post blew up on that because it's like right on top there.
Well, yours also has a check mark.
Oh, that's a good point.
So you'll pop up first. You pay more for that check mark.
Well, normally more people post that have check marks and they're better at that stuff than me. So,
but yeah, live on the battlefield for democracy. It was fun while it lasted, folks. No Pelican One for you.
Yep, the horny divers are gonna have to settle down.
I saw this earlier, and it was fucking hilarious. Now, apparently, Dead by Daylight has a new killer, and this killer looks like the last person they killed or whatnot. Is that
Bring
how
that
it
image
goes?
up. Bring and load that image. Get a full body view of that.
So whoever they last kill or whatnot, they essentially adopt their properties or whatever it is, something like that.
Yeah.
And naturally, when you kill one of the females, you look more feminine. Kill the males, you look more masculine. But they contort like that. They're somewhat of a changeling, I guess. I don't know much about it other than that. But apparently this is the hilarious part, right? Um, but yeah, apparently one of the people who was hired to voice, because apparently they voiced a male and a female uh, voice acting for it, because of, depending on who it kills, it kind of changes
Changes.
or it adopts their properties. One of the people hired for it was apparently, I guess, a transgendered voice actor. At least they did both of them.
They did
Which, I
both.
mean, did they do both?
They did both.
Okay, so they did both voices. And apparently, this is somehow an issue because the way it looks. Ended up being a deformed mutant in a skirt who appears to have died by hanging, which apparently is the story.
Yeah.
But they're all upset now about it. I voiced the character The Unknown in Dead by Daylight. At the time of voicing, it was a great experience. I was told at the time I was voicing the character that there was no model and that the creature was supposed to be amorphous. Well, fits the bill. Anyway, they had no model design before I recorded my lines, so my assumption that the design team took my medical history and my ability to use multiple voices as an opportunity to create a character model that encapsulates my medical history as trans. Okay, real quick. This is where I'm gonna pop in here real quick and say something. Nobody cares about your medical history. DVD
Bingo.
didn't care. I don't care. 99.9% of, or I'm sorry, let me dial it back. 98% of the people who play this game don't give a fuck about your medical history. Nobody cares that you're trans. None of that shit. Anyway,
Hey Zio,
yes.
I stepped on a piece of glass. You should care.
Oh, I care about that. That one I care about. You stepped on a piece of glass that you lost weeks ago. Now, what they did care about was the fact that you could do both male and female lines. That they cared about, which is
Exactly.
probably why they hired you. Because one, you're insanely cheap, because you're in an industry of, well, there's probably quite a few voice actors out there who could have done this, and they were probably way more expensive because they've been in
Yeah.
it a lot longer. But yeah, you were probably really cheap, and you could do both without needing to hire two people. That was it. That was
It was a two
probably
for
the
it
only
was a
thing they
two for
looked
one
at.
deal, like your sexuality.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, and as for the character model, it's a fucking killer. Whoever it is who voiced Bubba probably wasn't sitting there thinking, "I bet they'll model the character after me," thinking of my medical history and shit. No, they were voicing fucking Bubba,
What are they gonna do?
and they had.
How dare you not consider that I'm not a cannibal?
Yeah, I know. It's like, seriously, guys, that is dumb. I was tricked into voicing a stereotype. No, you weren't.
No, you signed a contract.
And it wasn't a stereotype.
And by the
Because
way,
last time I
really,
checked, when I see trans, I don't expect an amorphous mutant.
yeah, is that how
So,
is that
whatever.
how low your self-image is of yourself? You see yourself as an amorphous mutant? What the fuck? You have way more problems than this lady, dude, whatever.
Yeah, seriously.
You need to get into counseling if you see yourself as a mutant.
Since yesterday, I've been virally harassed for being trans by thousands of people since yesterday.
Or
Citation, please.
trust me, bro.
No, I'm sorry. If anyone is saying anything about this, it's because of you
This,
throwing a fit over it. That's it. You
and it's
couldn't have said anything.
hilarious.
You could have never mentioned it at all, right? Nobody would say anything because nobody fucking cared. It's because you're bitching about it like a piece of shit that you are. Anyway, many folks in the trans community are up in arms over this, rightfully so. No, if anybody is up in arms over this, they are a thin, you know what? Go find your safe space, hug a puppy, QQ in the corner over there. I feel that representation from the team that deliberately
No,
tricked
no,
me
no.
into. I'm sorry, what?
Reparations. They want money.
Oh, jeez, I read that wrong. I feel that reparations from the team that deliberately tricked me is the only logical next choice of action. I am so upset, so infuriated that people are comparing trans people to this clearly transphobic character skin. If I had, and
Okay.
that's where it cuts off. But
Okay.
no,
So
they're not. You just did that comparison yourself.
okay, so I want to point this out. Go back, bring that back up real quick. That text. Right there where she says, I feel that reparations from the team that delivered reparation. Right there, congratulations. You fucked over every person of your tribe that would want to be a voice actor because now all these companies are going to go, oh, this person is trans right off.
Well, that's
Because
already happening.
I know it's already happening, but now you're vindicating that perspective with this shit right here. Congratulations, you played yourself. Get the
So,
fuck out.
so let's take this all as fact for a second. They had them voice male and female portions of a character who was going to be amorphous, but they didn't actually have a character model or a design created yet
Yeah.
when they did this. And that takes some time. So this has been a while,
Yeah,
right?
usually when they make the model, they sync it to the voice, like the vocals. So
Yeah.
with the
So, they get the vocals, then they create a model. Well, they have to design it first. They didn't have a design, right? So they hadn't actually designed the character. They got you to sign a contract. So you willingly did this, knowing that nobody knows what this thing's going to look like yet. And we've got a character, and I am pretty sure back when we played a DBD, which we hadn't in a while.
yeah.
So this is probably about a year or so back. There was talk about people wanting a killer who would adopt the properties of the people that they kill.
Yep. Wanted to mimic the look of a survivor.
Yeah, we talked about how awesome it would be if you could like get a killer that could almost somewhat mimic the survivors.
Yep.
I mean, we personally talked about that at some point in time while playing DBD.
Yeah, I
And
don't
other
even
people in the community had been asking for similar things.
yeah, I don't know how they would do that though. I still don't.
Well,
Like,
this is about as close as it gets.
yeah.
You get an amorphous mutant who adopts, the clothing style of whatever it is that they kill, the default clothing style of
But
the
it's still
white
gonna
or
be 7 feet
whoever.
tall.
Yeah, well, all the killers are. Well, not all of them, but
Yeah. Fuck you,
Uh,
Ghostface.
um,
Tiny
but
bastard.
the point is, you willingly signed a contract for an unknown, and you were probably hired for your ability to do both male and female voices, which probably comes from the fact that you were transitioning and you're trans. It's probably the only reason you really have that ability. So, that comes with that territory. You were cheap, probably considered to what they had access to. You're probably the cheapest one they could get without hiring two people to handle it. And now you're all upset because the killer looks like a killer. I don't know if you've noticed this, but not a whole lot of the killers in DVD are Well, they don't look the best thing in the world except for Pyramid Head. Everybody wants to ride Pyramid Head. So, you know.
Okay, no. Stop. No, all of you, stop. None of them are attractive, and you're sick. Stop it.
Listen, I saw the gender bent Pyramid Head that somebody
No,
cosplayed
Zio,
as. Let me
you go
tell
to the
you,
corner right along with them.
if I can find that video, I will show it to you. Oh, hello, Sassy. What's up, kitty or puppy dog? Oh, it'd take me too long to try and find that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Maybe not, because I kind of actually want to share that real quick. I have to show this to you.
No, you
I
don't.
do. Yes, I do.
I think I might actually already seen it.
You probably did, because I'm sure I shared it at one point in time all over the place for a second.
It's ringing. It's hitting one of those mental bells, but I don't know. I don't know.
Ah, shit. I'm trying to.
Men with
Oh, stop. Okay. Apparently, things freaking out because I don't use YouTube as much as I used to. Give me a second. Trying to get it to do what I want it to do.
I'd play a sound effect right now, but you know which one I'd be playing.
I mean, you can continue talking while I'm looking.
So let's talk about the Word of God. So this will be a great time to push my affiliateship, my partnership with Glitch Energy.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do that.
I actually do got a partnership with, I guess partnership. Look, I'm affiliated with them, and I'm pushing their product. That's what it amounts to. But yeah, you guys, if you are interested, go to Glitch Energy. It's not actually in the description because I'm using your description. But if you go to Glitch Energy and you order some stuff, put in code DPC, and you'll get 10% off your order. So hey, you know, and if enough gets sold, I think they got something set up where you can actually create your own flavor or something. I'm not sure how that works, to be honest, but I think that'd be pretty cool. They don't have a cherry flavor, so that would be what I would be putting out there. Because why the hell do they not have a cherry flavor? They got black cherry, which I've never liked black cherry, but I'm going to try it with their sampler just to see. I think it comes with their sampler. I got the sampler on the way tomorrow, so I might do a little video of me trying their stuff and giving recommendation on what would be good and what would not be good. And for the love of God, Zio, do you got that video yet?
No.
I don't do ads good. Okay.
Keep ad rolling.
All right. So also, I got a actually I don't really push this that often, but I also have a merch store that is also not in the description because I'm doing Zio's stuff. What is in your description?
I don't know.
And you don't sell shit.
No, I can't find it. Oh well.
You can't find it. Okay.
No.
Well, I got a merch store. You can look at any of my videos and you'll see the merch store. I've had that for a while. I got some actually. I like my merch store. I got some nice stuff on there. I'm happy with that. I got some good art on there that you can put on like buttons and badges and shirts and stuff. So
But anyway, this goes along with the whole DEI thing.
Yeah.
So you know, and then this right here is why people are you know, they're probably not what's the term they said, viral harassed. They're probably just laughing at you at this point. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck were you expecting?
I mean,
Eh,
these people consider any sort of response to their stupidity harassment.
yeah. But what's funny is this thing that I actually shared, and the person's like, "Oop," because of the Eurogamer article talking about how they're committed to diversity. They absolutely are. They
They are.
included you in the game. They didn't have to. They could have hired two other people to take care of it. And
Yep.
you're over here bitching about it because it's not some pristine, everybody wants to bang it kind of thing. So,
Well, let me tell you,
and why do I say that? Because I know probably somebody's looking at me like, you fucking hypocrite, because you just railed about stuff like that last time about how everything comes back to sex with you people. That's the reason I say it though, because that's what it is with them. If they don't want to bang it, apparently it's not good enough or something. But they got to make sure nobody wants to bang anything else. So, you know.
it is a very weird group, that one.
Yeah, because they're all in the same woke camp at this point. So let's move on to Gamergate 2.0 because it's not like we've been intermittent. Everything's revolved around it all fucking night
Let me grab a
in
drink.
some way, shape, or form. But Rums put the list out again because we learned this list back when Gamergate first happened. For those of you who are not versed in Gamergate, it was dealing with ethics in gaming journalism, and now it's more of ethics, or just making good games at this point. But anyway, so this is the formula, right? Do something terrible or wrong, get called out. So let's break this down first. Let's break this down real quick so we're all on the same page. Do something terrible or wrong. All right. So what was the terrible and wrong? A lot of things. It started with the fact that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a bad game. The narrative makes no sense half the time. The narrative is bad. They didn't show, they told through audio logs things that they should have shown. And they didn't even tell a lot in the audio logs of things that should have been at least told if they weren't going to show it.
I still am like, how did Batman get infected? Never really explained. He just,
How did the Flash get infected? I
yeah,
have no idea. Because in one audio log, the Flash gets Wonder Woman and himself out, and then in the next audio log, oh shit, why is Barry here? He's been infected, and it's like, what the fuck happened in between?
yeah, exactly.
But anyway, aside from that, it was a terrible game, terrible mechanics, terrible gameplay. The lore was bastardized. I mean, for somebody who hires a consulting group to help with plot holes, you would think they would have somebody on staff who's an expert in the lore to make sure they're not creating plot holes while doing this. Because again, we can go back to what I referenced earlier, the Green Lantern room.
It's almost like they failed
That's
at their
not how that
job and
works.
should be fired.
Yeah. Anyway, so that there was a plethora of things that went wrong. They got called out for it. They found out that Sweet Baby Inc. worked on it, wrote on it, did a lot of work on it. Sweet Baby came out and said, yes, we did this thing.
They were proud of
Get
it.
fucked. They were proud of it. Which is funny when I see developers falling on the sword for them now and saying, well, they don't really do anything. It's like they came out and said they did the thing. It was proud that they did the thing
And
and told us
showed,
gamers to get fucked. And where is Suicide Squad right now?
I think I
Oh,
just saw it in
yeah.
my toilet.
It's it's in my septic system. That's where
Yeah.
it is. Um,
Um, they also provided the proof that they worked on different projects and what they did, which was hilarious because they're like they didn't do much, and then I sent you a link of this guy who just breaks down. Well, they did this, and I'm like, well, shit.
yeah.
I guess
Okay.
get fucked that guy, that OP.
So then they got called out for bastardizing the lore and stuff. They got called out for having terrible writing. So what did they do after that? Somebody out there made a Steam curator page like we have Denuvo, right? That will tell you what Sweet Baby worked on because they publicly listed it on their site. So you don't have to go look at their site, look at Steam, go back and forth. It's just right there in a curator page.
Yep.
The next thing they decided to do was to go after that guy, a Brazilian guy, a POC, part of the diversity that they're trying to usher into things, right? They went after him. They tried to get his curator page pulled down. They tried to go and get his Steam account pulled down. They got called out for that as well. So we bounced back from 1 back to 2. And that's when step 3 came in. Journalists started writing hit pieces. Gamers Are Dead articles started dropping again. Without the Gamers Are Dead. Just, defending Sweet Baby and stuff like that. And painting gamers as massive racists. Again.
Racist harassers.
Yes.
But
And
they
leaving
always
out the fact that the only reason it went nuclear to begin with, when everybody looked at Sweet Baby Inc. and was like, okay, you fuckers have to go, is because they went after another guy who was just made a curator page who did nothing wrong. Then they went ahead and they painted themselves as the victim. Again, gamers are racist, gamers are sexist, gamers just can't handle strong women in games. Which is why we're back at apparently Hogwarts Legacy again. Let me bring this down here towards the end. We can go into it. Then you dox the people doing nothing wrong except to point out what you are doing as a warning to others witnesses. What do? They dox this guy. The same one that they're all upset about because they're getting called out about. Make up a bunch of fake incidents to
Okay.
false flag things when you don't have anything real to point out.
Okay, real quick on
This
5.
pack here, citations needed.
Yeah. Real quick on 5. They tried to. They got into his Discord and this journalist, and I use that term in the loosest sense.
My ear hurts.
This journalist, Elenis Marchette or whatever, started asking people, why don't you use your real name? Why don't you use your actual photo? Like,
that one.
bitch, it's the internet. Why do you think? And basically she was trying to get people's information that are in that Discord to dox them. Clearly. She's like, oh, I'm going to do a story. No, you're going to try and find out where they work so you can get them fired. We know how this game is played.
Which was just the dumbest thing, right? Like, I would love it for somebody to actually come at me, and I think it's happened once. It was a while back. But just come at me and it's like, why don't you use your real face? Let us see who you are. So I can just say, look at every single video I fucking do. You want to see this face? It's here. It's right here. It may not be on Twitter, but it's right here. It's on TikTok. It's on the YouTubes. It's on Rumble. It's everywhere.
Hey, give me that view, bitch.
But we've done this one before because you know what they did with World of Warcraft once?
Yeah.
Cat? Oh, sneezy. You get a little chilly because of that fan. I'm sorry. Anyway, so Blizzard tried this once. We're going to Real ID. You post on the forums, and it's going to be because they were trying to cut toxicity, right?
Yeah.
During the whole beginning phases of that shit that people keep trying to do. we're going to have real ID. And everyone's like, no, don't fucking do this. This is a bad idea. We're all against it. And they're like, no, this is going to be great. So what did they do? As a show of good faith, the lead designer of something, I can't remember who it was, of which one of the games it was, made the first real ID post on the forums, talking about how wonderful this is going to be. It's okay. It's not that big of a
Ooh.
deal. And within about 10 minutes, do you know what the forums had done?
Showing
They
his
had his full
address.
name. They had his address. They had a ton of stuff. They knew where he lived, where he worked, what department he was in, everything.
Probably his current location.
They knew his past address, his address before then, had his phone number, and they just replied with that throughout the entire form. That was it. Within 5 to 10 minutes, that is what they had done. They had pictures of his street, pictures of his house, everything right there from Google View.
Yeah.
And you know what his response was? Guys, yeah, I think I now understand what you guys were talking about. We're not going to do this. Now they have real ID, Blizzard does, but it doesn't show unless it's somebody you want to show it to on your friends list.
Well, that makes sense. Like,
which is fine. I mean, I have no problem with real ID. Nobody had problems with real ID as long as it wasn't displaying publicly to everybody.
Also,
You know?
I think that might be in violation of some laws, but I don't know.
Well, anyway, so that's what happened.
Like some privacy.
And then they
law.
backed up from it and was like, okay, never mind. We got your point. We understand. So yeah, when you go into a Discord going, why are you called Fuzzy Pants 69 instead of your real name? Why don't you use your real name? For protection, you done.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I mean, and then
there's a reason I don't use my last name. Like everybody, there's 1,000,001 Chads.
Well, I just don't use my name in general, so you know. And for all we know, Chad isn't your real name. Anyway, he's just a Chad on the internet. But yeah.
Morbidly obese Chad.
Me too. Just need to get on that workout regimen.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, they're trying to dox people heavily. Anyway, so yes, they've also made up fake incidents because again, they're talking about being harassed, getting all these death threats, and everyone's like, citation, please. And there isn't any. At least with Gamergate.
There is.
Oh wait, we got a death threat?
We got an instance of the harassment. It's hilarious.
Oh, do we have it somewhere? Do I have it pulled up? Are we going to get to it?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
It's in the top one. No, that's the Tell Me I'm Pretty Dead by Daylight.
I think the top one is next, or maybe over here. Anyway, but yeah, see, in Gamergate, the first one, we were asking for receipts then too, and we got them fine.
It's the second one down.
Okay, and we finally got them, and this is how the receipts were. They were a Twitter egg because back then, if you just made a profile and didn't do anything with it, had the little blue egg thingy looking thing, right? So we called them Twitter eggs back then. And it would tweet at Anita Sarkeesian, I think is who it was, within seconds every time she would tweet something. And it did it like 7 times, I think. And those are the 7 tweets that will live in infamy. Because it happened 7 times to one person. It was a Twitter egg. And then it was never seen again on the internet.
That's what's happening now.
So, in other words, somebody made a sock puppet, tweeted at themselves, replied to themselves, and then claimed that it was the harassment and death threats. And then there was nothing else. They couldn't have anything else. And then every journalist ran with it. Every article that talked about it. And after a while, instead of actually bringing up the Twitter thing, they just cut it out and like essentially like quoted it, right? In the
Yep.
articles that one Twitter user said, and then one Twitter user also said, and they were all the same fucking Twitter egg. Because people were like, that's a Twitter egg. That's a no, but that's nothing, you know? It got no interaction, hardly got saw by anybody. Nobody really liked it. And then it was gone. It was off the internet after it did it 7 times. And it's like, really? That's your evidence? That's your receipts?
Yeah, that's what you paid for.
Yeah. And then now we are on 7. Get Wikipedia to write an entry in your favor using journalist friends as a factual source.
Oh, it gets better, by the way. Wikipedia has been shown. Well, not been shown, but
And that is exactly what happened to Gamergate.
yep.
Now, again, Wikipedia is a good source for a lot of mundane things. I'm not going to lie. But certain things, they definitely aren't, especially if it was something you were seeing in real time like this here. Gamergate is a locked thread on Wikipedia and has been since then. They changed it, they fixed it, they put their spin on it, and now it is Gamergate, the harassment campaign. When it never was.
There is a thing that I guess on Wikipedia page where it says it's not a source of truth and something or other, and I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Now, also, the FBI got involved in it because back then, Brianna Wu and Anita, or Zoe, I think it was, or maybe it was Anita, went to the UN to complain about it and apparently got an audience at the UN over it. And the FBI investigated and found that Gamergate did nothing wrong. That was, of course, Biden's DOJ. But yeah, we are firmly in 7. And the government is now, of course, involved again.
Yeah.
Except for I think it's DHS, surprisingly.
Yeah, I went down this rabbit hole and both the DHS and the Canadian government are involved with financing these consulting firms.
Yeah. But yeah, step 8 would be get a government involved at this point. So, you know what? I should actually write that. Wow.
I get government involvement.
Apparently, I can't write sitting like this. There we go. Get government involved.
Interactive news media, we are.
Yes. Who can't spell. Anyway. Did I type that with an E? No. Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
But yeah. So let's move on. Every single dev or writer that speaks out about this is inevitably flooded with 100 to 1,000 replies and quote tweets attacking them, calling for them to be fired or even killed. Citations, please. Sorry if I cannot take the it actually about Steam curator targeted harassment campaigns.
Okay, real quick before you continue, hover over his name.
Yeah.
I write about games and TV for Forbes. Keep that in mind. He's a journalist.
Yes. This is a journalist, not a journalist, a journalist.
Journalist. So then you scroll down and you'll see that everybody's like, the fuck you on?
If you stay quiet, you dodge it, and but they fill the void. If you confront it, you get dragged down deeper.
He just keeps going on.
Yeah. Like clockwork. Please show me an example of people calling for death. You can't claim something that, okay, we'll just assume this will be called a false flag or something or whatever. Okay. I'm not saying anything. extreme trigger warning, violence stuff. Anonymous.
Anonymous mouse mail, so could be sent by anybody, including herself. By the way,
What the fuck? Oh.
yeah, that's why I'm like,
see, here's the problem. A lot of the times that people like to write this thinking they know what, and it sounds nothing like anything that you've seen or heard anyone ever actually say.
yeah,
And it's just like, you wrote that, didn't you?
yeah, and that's
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying is like, you could have wrote that yourself. You weren't fooling anyone, and yeah, like,
which of course is a senior editor at Kotaku.
no, she is the crux of this. She is the first edit. She
Oh,
is the
that's
first.
Alyssa. That's
Yeah,
right. Okay.
she is the first. She was the arrowhead of the journalist push. She's the one that's. She's the one. I sent you a meme. She is the one in that meme,
Yeah, she is.
and she's a flaming racist.
Oh yeah. She is a straight up racist. Let's see. Is that the only one? We're not going to get any other things. Are we gonna Anita Sarkeesian this?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
knows that
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
that's it.
she
No,
Anita Sarkeesian herself,
yeah, nobody's buying.
and nobody's buying that weak ass shit anymore. Come on, guys. Oh, the good guys are blacklisting people again.
Now this is a dev. This guy. Well, this guy Richie here.
Icebreaker Knuckle, or it's the founder of
It's Bare
Break
Knuckle is a group that is similar to
There's
SBI.
Yeah, I was going to say, aren't they a consulting firm too, similar to
Yep.
the other ones?
So
Let's see. I've been seeing more and more hateful GameGate-esque opinions. I want to be clear where I stand. I won't tolerate any harassment, violence, and threat towards devs, minorities, or women in our industry in any space that I own or have control over.
keyword
I
there, have
assume,
control over.
yeah, I'm assuming that he blocked Sweet Baby Inc. then, right? I don't care about your opinion and won't go into discussions with you. I'm not interested in explaining to you how little you know of the workings of our industry, and I will report and block your account immediately. And if by any chance you happen to be working in the industry and are voicing said opinions, I'll screenshot you, put you on a person's list, and advocate that you never work at the company I work for or associate with. Cheers.
Which, by the way, he just might have put himself up to be liable if somebody loses a job and can trace it back to this.
Yeah, there's nothing like saying I'm going to tortiously interfere with your contract just because of your politics or the way you think or whatever it is.
Yep.
I mean, I just love it when you do shit like that.
Have
It's
fun
like
with
I
that.
will totally commit some kind of crime against you. Just you wait. Oh, but yeah, I'm assuming he must have then, blocked Sweet Baby Inc.'s lead and stuff like that, and the Kotaku
No.
editor because they are total racists and stuff,
Nope.
and harassed and sent threats and all that good junk. Of course not. Of course he didn't do that. Why would I expect that to happen?
Would have been hilarious if he actually did. I'd be like, wow, okay.
Oh yeah, I mean seriously, stick to your guns. Then I can actually say, well, at least he's
At least he's
he's
consistent. He's still a piece of shit,
consistent.
but he's a consistent piece of shit.
Which is the one thing that would be nice, right? Like
Also, he
it,
has
it,
a
it's It's
Okay.
not enough you're a piece of shit. It's the fact that you people are just inconsistent pieces of shit. It'd be nice if you were at least consistent.
Yeah, on top of that, he apparently has a extension that if you have a check mark, like me, it auto blocks.
Well, he also has a check mark, so you know.
So he's like super pussified.
Oh yeah. Protected their tweets after that. Of course they did.
They
Can't
all
say a
do.
bunch of hot garbage and then not
That's why
expect to go back.
that's why it's difficult to keep this stuff because they protect their tweets like crazy.
Yeah, well, luckily we have a bunch of autists in our camp who are routinely refreshing and screen grabbing everything.
And you best believe all this shit's archived. Because there might be litigation if shit hits the fan too hard.
Uh, Enderman? Enderman.
Yeah, scroll up, scroll up.
All right, sure, I'll buy it. Why not? So
Oh,
the director of Alan Wake 2. Oh, is this where they changed what's her face's race?
yeah, scroll highlight him real quick. I want to see his
Cynical man making YouTube videos finally.
Okay, so
Custom
he's just a
banner
content
by
creator.
yeah,
He's just a bootlicker, but this is where
um
we
he he's more of a centrist.
Okay.
I think I've seen his shit. Um
I don't know him,
YouTube.
so
I do, I think. I think I know who that is. Callie, what did you do? History.
oh no, this is the guy that was wait, what? This was supposed to be the guy responding to the original post, I think. This isn't getting my links mixed up, apparently. Yeah, no, scroll up. There's more to this. That's a reply.
Oh. Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I'm looking for really I know I heard something from him not that long ago and I can't find it fucking anywhere.
Scroll over
This is what I get for not watching YouTube that often anymore. I can't find what I'm actually looking for.
Scroll over her and
All right, give me a second. I'm committed to this now. For fuck's sake.
it's good. Guys, it's gonna be another pyramid head. Give it a minute.
I think I figured it out. Yeah, here we go.
Did he weigh in on this?
Yeah, he's been weighing in on it the entire time.
Okay. I mean, not how long
This is it.
To insane in a really short period of time.
That's the guy.
Not only has the entire discourse
Okay.
surrounding the baby gone nuclear, but now it's attracted some legit organizations involved as well. From Homeland Security getting involved with and officially calling what's happening right now as Gamergate 2, an ex-Sweet Baby writer being exposed for being openly racist, a game developer article
real quick.
themselves wrong, and more examples.
Do what?
Oh wait, DHS is calling gamers. They're attributing us to terrorists. So we're now
I'm not surprised. That's why I made the distinction of
Osama bin
Obama's.
gamers.
Yeah, that's why I made the distinction of Obama's DOJ earlier because I'm assuming we brought up the DHS thing somewhere.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, we're talking about Biden's DOJ, and if we're talking about the Department of Homeland Security,
yeah,
you know it's not going to be. It's going to be a very heavy-handed thing on their
I'm not going to
part.
get into the weeds about it, but the Biden DOJ turned on him.
Did they?
Yeah, they said he committed crime with the documents.
Oh yeah, they did, and then they also said he was too senile to charge. And then I was just like, "Are you fucking kidding me, guys? Really?"
So, but
Okay.
I guess there might be pressure to go through with it anyway. I don't know, but I don't care.
I don't
Fuck
know.
the government. That's my stance. They're all fucking.
Yeah, this is the guy here. So
Yep. This is where
I've only
Grunt.
heard a few things from him, but he seems to be he seems to be more of a centrist from what I can tell, but is leaning more on the side of Gamergate. So
Dude,
anyway,
everybody is. Nobody's falling for it this time.
tell me that. Yeah, who was it?
Highlight their name. I want to see. I'm going to guess.
Video game reporter for The Verge. Wait. Didn't The Verge shut down? Who was it who recently got destroyed? Or did they just have a bunch of
I think they had mass layoffs. I think they got laid off. I think they shut down like the UK branch, if I remember right. I might be wrong. I know somebody pulled out of Europe recently, but I don't fucking follow these assholes like all that. I'm sitting here chomping at the bit for Zio to read this out, and he's looking more shit up.
Maybe it was somebody else. I could have swore maybe they just had mass layoffs recently. Anyway, it's another journalist, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me then. Go to God of War. Go to Suicide Squad. Alan Wake 2. Go to those games and tell me with proof what Sweet Baby wrote, and I'll wait.
Now, hang on.
Well, I can go ahead and.
Indie Man here just goes like this. He does the whole SpongeBob, and then just lets her have the full blast of the guns of Navarone.
Now that I know what it's responding to, I could probably tell you exactly where he's going with this. Because if he goes with Alan Wake, you've got that one woman that they race swapped and completely destroyed her character with.
Yep.
God of War, you've got the Black Giant in a sea of North mythology where there shouldn't be a black giant to begin with. And in Suicide Squad, they were in the fucking credits and came out and said they did the thing. It was proud of it. I mean, you don't have to go too far into any of those and find what Sweet Baby had dealt with.
Oh no! He does. He goes a step further with God of War.
All right, I'll bite. Okay, sure, I'll bite. Why not? So the director of Alan Wake 2, Ken Rowling, openly admitted in a GameDeveloper.com interview that Saga Anderson, who was originally a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes in Quantum Break, as pictured below, was changed due to the influence of Kim Villar, the co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc. Is there a picture? There it is. Okay. And there's the article. Citations fucking found. Anyway. See, that's what we like when we say citation needed, please. There's citations.
Yeah. We'll even we'll be like, oh, I was wrong if you can prove it.
Her name is even said in the interview there. Actual picture, again, picture below. Angerblob was suddenly a black girl with North mythology. Obviously has no black people in it. Okay, so that's talking about the God of War thing.
Yep.
We know this due to it obviously being Norse, but also even other characters in Ragnarok from Odin, Thor, and more are depicted how they would be correctly. Then out of nowhere, this chick is black, yet we both know if God of War ever did African mythology, they would not turn a black mythological character white for diversity's sake, which is definitely true. Don't play stupid. You know they wouldn't. But it's okay the other way around because you're all infected with the brain rot that is killing your industry.
He is
So
right.
kills all the male Justice League characters in joke ways and battles
Belittles.
thank you. Because I can't read. I have a Tennessee education. Anyway, belittles them in their biographies, which are available in game. None of their deaths are mourned. Flash is urinated on. Green Lantern is left in boxers. Batman is shot in the head in an alley to die like his parents. Yet suspiciously, Wonder Woman is the only Justice League member given a respect, not only in game when the squad mourns for her, but also her biography seen below as well. You can play stupid all you want, that's fine, but don't pretend that Sweet Baby Inc. involvement has not on purpose ruined everything they touch for agenda purposes. Stop being a dumbass, yes, man, and admit the facts do not align with your woke nonsensical viewpoints.
I just feel like I need to call the police because I think I just witnessed a murder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some Burn Hill because Ash definitely needs it right now. Uh, God damn, that was definitely a murder.
And if anybody's curious, no, they did not reply.
Oh yeah, I didn't see a reply down there. There's no way. He's probably got a swift block more than anything.
There's your burn right there, Arthur John there.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's almost like when we come back with, gosh, who was it who was just like, and then we say that they're all quiet or whatnot, and I looked at that tweet and was thinking, you know why they're quiet? Because you've blocked them all. You've either blocked or muted them, or you
Yep.
made the statement, muted the tweet. It was muted that thread, so you can't see them on purpose. That's why they're quiet for you. But obviously, when we actually show receipts, they really are because we're not the ones who typically block you the second we see you come around the corner. You're just very quiet.
And the funny thing is, people are like, oh, why do you reply to them? Because we're not replying. People don't reply to these assholes for them. You reply to these people the same reason you debate. You don't debate somebody to win the debate. You debate somebody to win the audiences to your perspective.
I like to win the debate.
I couldn't hear you.
I like to win the debate.
Well, that is the win. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, but you reply mainly to right the wrong, because if we don't, history will only see we're being harassed, we're being death threatened.
yep.
And then if you actually go and look, you can see things like this.
Which, by the way, they absolutely hate
With
that.
with apps with citations and everything. So unlike the previous thing. Let's see.
Dude, don't go down this rabbit hole. You'll be here for hours.
We're gonna be here for hours if I go down through that. Let me back up. All right. Let's see. This is a reply. It looks like it's your reply.
Okay. So this is one I saw where somebody's like, I got proof of harassment. Woo!
I was about to say that looks like a bot.
Yeah. Yeah. In
Yeah,
fact,
see, when we were talking about it earlier, right? I guess there should be one more thing that needs to be said. When you look at something, and then you can tell that it's a bot because they've tried too hard, right? They've got the numbers. They have a profile picture. They filled out the bio. it's just when they try too hard.
Okay,
Because usually, if it's somebody who's made an account to look at things and occasionally respond, they don't go through all that trouble.
okay, I will break down how to identify these bots on X because I've found them several times. Several of them ended up following me, and I just don't care to be like, no, fuck off. Serial number in the handle, right? That's pretty standard. And unlike Rumble, this is a thing. But yeah, you see where she's like, I'm being harassed. Yay.
All right.
We have struggle on there?
What? Okay. Bot or not, I'm still trying to find the harassment part here.
The what?
Bot or not, I'm still trying to find the harassment part here.
The part where he says you will never be a woman.
Yeah,
she sees it as
I assume she's a trans female.
I guess he to she.
Or he to she or she to he.
He sees it as a woman. He sees it as a form of harassment. Everybody's like, that's just facts. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's facts. Is it not facts?
That's biology. Anyway.
But here's my point was this. So if you click on my thing, you see you got that, right?
Yeah.
Scroll down and you'll see where I point out everything about the profile that shows that it is a fucking bot. Now the search thing I was mistaken on. Because for some reason X is having problems with their search function. I even was like, oh, chalk that up to Twitter's bad search functionality. Because I did find it.
Yeah.
There's no banner. Handle ends in a serial number. They joined that month. And 99% of their interaction is either just straight retweets or rage replies. That is a bot.
Yeah. Joined last year. It's literally just, I guess, rage baiting. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So here's the thing. I call them bots, but there's also another, dare I say, even worse option it could be. It could be a call center worker, somebody who's paid to do this for a living.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those happen too.
Because I actually followed one of these bots and this was a while back. I was just morbid curiosity. I was like, I wonder if I followed their how long they interact with, throughout the days. They were active for 8 hours at a time. Sometimes 10 hours, but usually 8 hours, 5 days a week. That is a work week.
Yeah, I mean, that's also the other thing that we didn't think about or talk about, right?
Yeah.
Is, when you refer to something as a bot, it could be just one of those hundreds of, things where and it happens where you've got essentially a call center in India or whatnot, and this is what they do all day. They've got like 15 or 50 profiles made, and they're bouncing between each one. And they're designated to a specific kind of thing just to reply to it.
Yep.
To give it engagement.
Yep. Engagement farms.
And this is an engagement farm for what looks like the right. in politics, just due to some of the things that are being retweeted there.
Seems like it.
Let's see. I'm gonna stop harassing him for some video he made several years ago. This one actually confuses the hell out of me, though.
Who
Joe
knows?
left the site months ago because mouth breathers like you wouldn't stop harassing him for some video he made several years ago. Can we fucking not do this again? I'm glad they did. That
Again, that kind of makes me lean towards it's probably not an automated thing and more a I don't understand English thing. Maybe
I'm pretty sure we brought this video up once before
it looked familiar.
because
I don't
this guy
remember.
made this video here, but he was clearly he was on the left side, the
Yeah.
woke side of things. But because he made this video here, they ate him alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Sad
like
that
this.
there's no muscly girls in here. Well, I mean, yeah, but sure, I like to joke around and talk about how I'm strong women all the time, but that's not the only girls I like. I like big girls, pretty kitty girls, really witty girls, singing ditty girls. I like the leggy girls with the nice thighs. I like a good chest, no matter what size. I like the belly folds. I like the six packs, really tall queens, and the short stacks. From the mild girls to the wild girls. You got style girls, make them round girls.
It's a good
I
song.
just really like girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the sad part is he probably made that thinking it was completely acceptable too, because it was all about girl empowerment and stuff.
Yeah.
And and it rings true,
Yeah. No,
As straight men,
what?
we like women, right?
I totally agree. I
all kinds of
love
women.
me a good woman.
And they completely ate him alive for that. So that's why I'm like so confused at this one. It's like, why? like, but anyway.
I mean, we're getting off topic though. It is.
Yeah, we are, but it happens a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so Matt Wash, Wash. It's like saying Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Worcestershire.
Get ready to lose all our viewership, Theo.
Worcestershire. Yeah, it left. Anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Get ready.
It went from 11 to 4.
Well, it's going to get a lot lower. It's going to get -20 here in a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say it. Anyway, Matt over here got criticism for his anti-video game stance and how he handled his segment on Sweet Baby Inc. One of his producers have been having a Gamergate level meltdown. With the past few hours, Greg has demanded Grum's blocked the quartering, or demeaned Grum's, blocked the quartering DD Cobra, and this Geeks and Gamers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And called gamers childish and stupid, which I've already known that about Matt because this isn't the first time he's entered this foray.
Yeah.
He says the same thing about anime.
But see, here's the thing: where people were like, "Yay!" Like before, people were excited for Matt to kind of get involved. Now they're like, "Fuck off."
No. If anyone had ever told me that they were excited for Matt Wash to get involved with Gamergate 2.0,
No. I'm saying with gaming and anime, because he was like, "I'll give it a chance." Then he totally gave it like this half-assed, like not really gave it a chance. So people now realize that he's just a dick when it comes to the culture thing.
Well, he is what I call the holdover from the 90s satanic panic, from the right side, the conservative side. He's one of those people. He's a holdover from there, thinking that all that stuff is bad and evil and is waste of time and this, that, and the other, because it's just not his jam.
Yeah, and it's fine that it's not his jam, but the way he acts is the same way the left acts. He is just as bad. I think I responded to this.
Jack's beard. The beard of shame.
That's good.
Oh, there's a lot of check marks to get through before we get to you.
Yeah, maybe I can just link it to you.
Yeah, it'd probably be better.
What do you want?
Because we're gonna be here for a hot second. um, but yeah, he's definitely one of those holdovers from back in the day. That because that was definitely a thing back in the day when we were younger, where it was the right who was all up violent video games, or they're bad and they're going to get everybody killed and that sort of thing, and then it shifted from them to just not caring anymore about it, and then the left completely losing their mind over like GTA or something.
Yeah.
We used that meme back in Gamergate 1.
Hmm?
The meme you sent.
Oh yeah.
Gamergate 2.0 in meme form. We used that same meme. It just said Anita.
Oh well,
Ah,
that
but
might
anyway,
have been where it was made.
let's see. Here it is. Exactly what we don't like people like Wash. Two gamers, left equals right. Term used. Bigot equals degenerate. Incel equals touch grass. Nazi equals satanic evil. Threats of violent equals gamers are violent. Yeah, pretty much. It's the same thing, just on the other side of the coin. And not everyone on either side falls into the above category. I myself am very conservative, but Wash is just the other side of the same coin on the left. He's like them. Is a bitter person who is annoyed when he doesn't understand why people find or why someone finds enjoyment in something, so it must be evil. He uses different
Vernacular.
vernacular. I was going to say vocabulary, but same thing. But speaks the same language as the woke left when it comes to culture. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's just the far end on the right side of that.
The horseshoe theory, basically.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the horseshoe theory. To be totally honest, but yeah, it is. It's just the horseshoe theory at that point.
And that's why, like, on certain topics, me and Walsh will agree on. This is not one of them, even remotely.
Nope. But and it's so weird when people do that sort of thing, because it's like, I don't do football, right? Or baseball, but people get so fanatic about it. But I'm also not out here saying, it's a waste of time and it's useless and you're all a bunch of man babies for liking it. It's like, I understand I don't get it. People like it, but I do things and watch things and play games, and people don't understand that either. So,
Yeah. But
it's no different than me watching the ball game on Sunday night or something.
yeah, and the funny thing is, I can watch a ball game and appreciate it for what it is. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But like Matt Walsh is just like, oh fuck that. And I'm like, okay, dude, fuck you
If you're
too.
not doing something, when it comes to Matt, if you're not doing something that he deems um productive, it's a waste of time. So, well, let's move on now. The Department of Homeland Security. We are now terrorists. So get your games on, you terrorist freaks. But yeah, apparently they're weighing in. Hat harassment, toxic behavior has no place in games. By taking direct targeted action in a timely manner, we can mitigate further harm to talented, dedicated folks in games and help prevent additional reoccurrences of those harmful events. Yay. Just what we need. During this, you've probably been hearing about what now begin called Gamergate 2. And because Homeland Security has dubbed it Gamergate 2, it is official that this is Gamergate 2.0 this time.
Now,
I
keep
know
in
we've
mind,
talked about it in the past. Is this going to be Gamergate 2.0? Is this the straw that breaks the camel's back? again, and it hasn't happened, but this one is the one. This is the real deal now.
This is DHS. This is the Canada Homeland Security. I
This
believe.
one here,
Yeah.
it's not our DHS. I thought our DHS was in on it too.
They are both.
Okay, they're working
Both.
with our DHS.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's why you see where it says Montreal-based narrative developed. Okay, yeah.
Well, that's talking about
FBI.
Sweet Baby.
Yeah.
It is the latest targeted threatness campaign industry aimed at Sweet Baby Inc. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever you say. Montreal-based development site campaign also has been. Oh, by the way, DHS, go fuck yourself. Anyway, the campaign
That goes
also
double for
has
me.
been impacting entries in games associated with Sweet Baby. Journalists covering the issue, who mean journalists, DHS journalists, and other associates or associated in various ways with the targets. You also may be at a loss to know how to talk about the issue and what, if anything, you can do about it. That's where we come in. You know what? I don't know if anybody has done this yet, but if they're having a reporting thing, right, where you can report this stuff to DHS, this is going to be the first time, like the one of the few times I will do a call to action to the one person who's still here. But push this one out. I will clip this and upload it as its own little thing later. But if they've got if they do a reporting system somewhere, all right, what you need to do is use that reporting system and report Sweet Baby Inc. for their targeted harassment towards a Brazilian man.
Yeah.
And link all the evidence of them saying what they are saying and all their evidence of their racism and all that other stuff and submit that report. That is what everybody needs to do. If DHS wants to take up this and go with that and wants like reports and stuff and things, go ahead and report Sweet Baby Inc. for what they did. Fill their inbox with it. And see how long that takes for them to be tired of it. Let's see. As scholars and journalists have noted, the target of harassment, hate, and culture norms that were at the heart of Gamergate in the mid 2010s never went away. Okay, yeah. So this DHS is not playing the same ball that the FBI did back then. They have declared it as an extremist group, and they want to follow through with that. Considering it was the FBI who found out that Gamergate did nothing wrong.
Yep. That's why. And it's funny because I don't like the FBI either. But yeah, the DHS, all these 3-letter organizations need to just be gone, done and dusted.
Yeah. Oh shit, wrong button.
Especially the IRS. I don't want to pay taxes anymore.
Continue talking while I type.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I was reading how slowly you're typing. Like, my God, this dude is.
Well,
like,
that's because I'm trying to think of what I'm typing at the same time, and I'm trying to put it in words that make sense.
You know what? That is fair. And if you would see how bad I am with the cell phone, I so fat finger everything these days. I'm just like, like, wow, that I didn't spell any of that right. That's why I hate texting so much, because it just, me and texting do not see eye to eye at all. But yeah, no, I totally agree with this. Yeah, report the fuck out of those bitches as racist. Racist. By the way, report the journalists too. Journalists, if they're targeting people, report them too. Developers, you're not exempt from this. I see no reason why anybody who's targeting.
There we go.
And by the way, they're targeting gamers. Isn't that a minority group?
No, I have no idea. I've heard people say that, and I think you've said it too. It's like, are we really considered a minority group somewhere?
Yeah, no, they
I
did.
can't remember.
They claimed that we were a minority. That's
wow.
right. That's right. That is right. They claimed that gamers were a minority a while back.
Oh, how does it feel to be a minority, Chad?
Oh, I am getting me some college fund. So yeah. No. We gotta find that.
Let's see. You know that means I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah. But if that was if that was the case, it might have been like taken off of that. I don't know. But if that was the case, oh my goodness, this just got a whole lot worse for everybody who's tried to shit on that Brazilian dude. I can't say his name. I just keep calling him Brazilian dude. But yeah,
I don't see anything that really says.
Okay, it was so long ago that.
But I mean, I do have a Reddit post here if we want to. A Reddit post here. Games are legitimately oppressed minorities. Something. Gamers are a legitimate oppressed minority or something. I was high on blow last night when I wrote this. I have deleted the original post, but fuck, here it is. Okay. So it was up and then it went down.
Okay.
This is really, 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 really an unpopular opinion, but I guess that's the point of this subreddit. You might have seen the memes on the internet saying how gamers are the most oppressed group on Earth and how they will rise up. On the surface, this is a pretty stupid and mostly nonsensical meme, but despite how ridiculous it might seem, there is a line of truth in the meme. Also, how Google Dictionary defines oppression is a state of being subjected to unjust treatment or control, and minority is a relatively small group of people, especially one commonly discriminated against. Holy fuck. It's describing gamers. Anyway. And community, society, nation, differing from other races and religions, languages, and political persuasion. Notice how both definitions are not specifically stated to be qualified as an oppressed minority. You have to be a person of color. Thus, gamers fit the status quota of oppressed minority. He ain't wrong. Oh,
given how we're treated these days, Jesus Christ.
But how are they oppressed? Well, the most common form of oppression is low respect by society, political persecution, and constant media slander. Check, check, and check. When someone is deemed a gamer, usually in movies or TV shows, they're characterized as an absolute virgin, fat loser who lives in their mother's. Should probably say basement after that. Or live with their mother, sorry. But yeah, usually it's your mother's basement. That's the meme, guys. Why should this stereotype be any different than a gang member, African man? The stingy, big-nosed Israelite, and the feminine gay man. This portrayal of gamer is so commonly used, the masses are fixated into thinking that the definite characteristics of a gamer, becoming eerily similar to how white people stereotype black people to absolute oblivion in the 1930s, early 1960s. As for political persecution and media slander, honestly, there's not been, honestly, what has not been said. Politicians and big media constantly blame video games. It is, in essence, the gaming community as a whole for tragic school shooting massacres. While I'm not saying I condone tragic massacres, I condemn it. more than anything else, I certainly will not condone the generalization of the whole community just because a few bad apples. Yes, which is why every time it happens, I always say, what do I say? They're going to find a copy of GTA or Call of Duty and blame the game at some point. Because they always fucking do.
Yeah. Even though there's literally billions of people that have a copy, but you don't see billions of freaking mass shootings.
Yeah, in fact, it's gotten so bad, being addicted to video games is now considered a serious mental illness. Using that logic, that I say anyone who likes watching Marvel movies has a mental health problem, seeing how ridiculous and degenerating that is.
Degrading.
Yeah, degrading,
But
whatever.
yeah,
Anyway, he's not wrong.
no.
We fit the definition of minority.
That is crazy.
Well, whatever this is, somebody's limiting their posts.
Yeah.
Now do Hogwarts. Somewhere you chimed in too, apparently, on this.
I think this one was they were talking about the Brazilian dude was like, oh, they're making a harassment list. And I was like, okay, what about Hogwarts? And you can say it's whataboutism, but the key difference is the list for Hogwarts was literally designed to go after people.
Yeah.
And the list for SBI was to inform people that SBI worked on a project, nothing more. You make your own decision. You want to buy it, you can buy it. You don't want to, you don't. At least now you have the information that SBI was part of the project. Whereas the Hogwarts thing was, yeah, they were trying to get people banned off of Twitch and all sorts of craziness.
Yeah. It all comes back to Gamergate. Perfect. Oh no, we can't have another Hogwarts Legacy BS. Which, right. Such success in WB's response to it is a complete opposite thing and focus on a model that they have numerous. Yeah, that's right. But they did say they were going to focus more on live services for now in the mobile market.
How'd that work for them?
Well, that's what they're doing now. They're changing their focus. They said they're going to start working on that live services and mobile.
That was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like, guys, did you not see what your game just did? The one before that was a hit. The next one wasn't. You might want to look into why instead of saying, you know what, we're going to continue on this path.
Yeah, the dumbest move they could have made. Like, we made money.
Like
we can't have that.
This looks like this might be good. As a person who advocates for diversity in games, this whole thing is laughable. We have had exactly one female protagonist in the top 25 bestseller games of the last three. Oh yeah, this is the journalist who practically owns themselves, isn't it? Or is it Dev? Okay.
I don't even think I responded to this because I was like, well, damn, I was like, this is already going to be done and dusted by the time I say anything.
We had exactly one female protagonist in the top 25 best-selling games the last 3 years. That list also includes one Latino. You're going to tell me that Metroid Dread, or it has to be Metroid Dread, or it has to be Tomb Raider, because this is the only things that have come out in the last 3 years that would have possibly have made the top 25 best selling games. Let's see. I'm curious now. This is best-selling games of all time. Last 3 years. Can we pull up a list for that? The past 25 years. Oh, somebody actually would have to probably do some research to figure out some of the what was the best selling games the past 3 years and actually pull up like year by year.
Yeah.
Let's see, top selling games 2013. Hogwarts Legacy, Legend of Zelda, Diablo, Marvel, Madden, Mortal Kombat, Star Wars, EA, Starfield. Well, Starfield could have a female protagonist. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Isn't Peach playable in that?
Yeah. Oh, this guy.
Resident Evil
By the way,
4.
you wanna know how much of an idiot this guy is? The crashes in Helldivers 2 are completely killing my desire to put any time into this thing. Understandable. But here's where he's a complete moron. No way to rejoin a session means I am losing 30 minutes of progress each crash. Brutal.
What are you talking about?
You can rejoin, you jackass.
Where is that at?
I just scrolled down his I clicked on his name because I was looking for that post.
Oh, you're trolling on his actual thing.
Yeah. But I'm just like, I mean, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, so.
I know, but still.
But that just caught me so off guard. I was like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I was gonna say what he did was he found whichever game that had just one pro tag, whichever one it was, and I would assume it was probably Metroid Dread. I'm sure it was a bestseller, or Tomb Raider, one of the two in the past 3 years. But yeah, kind of disingenuous considering there are a lot of recent bestseller games that specifically allow the player to create your own character, like Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, and Hades. Yeah, which I was also going to say, there's several games on just this one here for 2013. Hogwarts Legacy, you can choose male or female.
Yeah.
Diablo 4, you can choose a female. Mortal Kombat, male and female. Let's see. Starfield, male and female. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Pretty sure Peach and Toadette are playable in that. So again, male and female.
Yoshi.
And who all is playable in Resident Evil 4 again?
You play as what's his name? I think Chris. Not Chris.
Well, I know it's like Leon or somebody.
Leon, and
can you play as Ada as well?
You unlock Ada.
Yeah, so again, male or female. Talk about disingenuous when you can rattle off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games just from last year that had females in it that were in the top.
Good female leads too. Ada? Come on now.
Let's see. And this is a list of 13. This is 13 of 20 entries, which means there's a next button somewhere. Let's see. Because I'm a dick. God dang it. I hate it when I'm not used to the see similar post option since I got Twitter Plus.
But yeah, so you got that. You have Mario. Wait, Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball Z Kai or whatever. The Dragon Ball game came out. That was a huge hit, and that you could pick female characters. Come on. Like, you can argue that, Goku's the main character of Dragon Ball. Yeah, of course. But
yeah,
come on now. That's not the point. You can play through the story of each character in those Dragon Ball fighting games.
I
So
don't think Alan Wake was a bestseller, but whatever.
no, I think that tanked. I think.
A little further down, it says technically you can count 2 if you include Saga from Alan Wake, but arguably the game is about Alan. Okay, that's great, but Alan Wake I don't think was a bestseller.
He just wants it because of Sweet Baby Ink.
Yeah.
He's trying to like wedge that in there.
Let's see. Let's do some more here. Dead Island 2. There's female protagonist, isn't there? Or wait, is that a different game?
I think you can.
I don't
pick,
remember. It's one
Maybe
of the,
I haven't played Dead Island in like forever, so
Street Fighter 6 is female characters. Elden Ring is at 18, by the way.
female.
So yeah, male and female. Mario Kart 8, male and female. Minecraft, male and female. I mean, oh god, this guy's just disingenuous as fuck. And this is coming from Statista, by the way. Let me bring that up real quick, which ranks the top selling video games sales annually. Right? This
Hey,
is just
Marvel
top 20.
Spider-Man 2. Come on. Blind girlfriend mission, male or female?
Yeah, I mean, you wind up playing this one of the female pro tags there too.
I don't
Let's
know.
see.
Can you actually play as Spider Gwen or whatever?
Okay.
I never.
I don't know. I don't quite remember.
I haven't played it, but man, I've seen a lot of stuff on it.
How do I change the year? I want to go back. I'm not about to pay money for this shit.
Yeah, scroll. Search.
2022.
Oh, no, that's within.
That's within the thing.
But yeah.
Anyway.
It's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's highly disingenuous right there.
And he ran away. He muted. By the way, he admitted to muting the thread.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend with these people. They talk really, really big. No.
And then they run.
And then they run really, really quick. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it. We're at the end of the show tonight, people.
Yeah. So
as soon as I figure out how to do my thing, bloop, there we go.
There we go.
Anyway, that has been Gaming with a Side of Salts for tonight, Friday night. You can join us every Friday night at 8 p.m. EST. As long as one of us hasn't fallen ill and dying, we'll always be here. But if you want to keep up with us and figure out if we're going to cancel or not, or if it's going to be moved a day forward or whatnot, because, life happens, because life finds a way. Isn't that right, Kid Cat? Why are you here? Why are you? No, stop that. Quit. No. My cord. Anyway, you can follow us on all the places like Twitter X or on Rumble. Our links are in the description down below. I do have your links in the description down below, right? His Rumble link is down there. You can find his Twitter X on his side if you want it. But yeah, all links are in the description down below. Don't forget to do the whole like and follow for more as we will do this. And then occasionally we stream video games.
Which I'll be doing right after this, actually. I'll be setting one up. I don't know if you're going to bed, but I'm not. So
all right. Well, I probably will go to bed. So
you said you are?
Yeah, probably.
Boomer.
What are we streaming tomorrow?
Fuck, I don't know. What was our schedule say? I think we were scheduled for Helldivers, but we were having the connection issues.
Yeah, I need to look into that tomorrow if you can remind me to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Helldivers was kind of scheduled across the board for the most part. But we are looking into other games like Prison Architect, and we may be revisiting 7 Days.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go find my 7 Days with Chad thumbnail and reuse it.
Real quick. So 7 Days to Die is coming out with an update, and it is absolutely dog shit. But no, they're adding like armor sets and stuff. So you know,
that is neat. I want armor sets.
okay, Zio, how neat is this? You want to farm, change armor. You want to go raiding, change armor. You want to go fight a zombie that you just ran into, change armor. Does that sound neat?
What do you mean change armor? Okay, how are they doing these sets, and why is it dog shit that I have to change armor every time I want to do something?
If you want the set bonuses that they provide for farming or loot drops, or you have to keep changing armor to the full set.
Well, I mean, I get that for something that is unrelated, but you know,
like here's the thing: it's good if they can have like free sets saved so you can quick swap. Then I don't.
How about this? As long as they don't buff the zombies or something in a way that forces you to wear the armor, or nerf everything in a way that forces you to wear the armor, it is good.
No,
because then I can say, I want to deal with loot. I want a better loot. I put the loot armor on. I go hunting.
Okay, they're not they're adding like a couple animal zombies, but nothing substantial. Like you'll find like zombie hogs now.
Oh, cool. Zombie bears. Oh, wait, that was already a thing.
I was gonna say that's already a thing.
Anyway, zombie pigs.
Yeah, but we'll talk about this off stream. We're
okay.
Anyway,
again, I'm Zio.
I'm Dpatchad, and I'll be streaming 7 days after this because
so head over there, and we will see you in the next one.